All right, everybody, welcome to Gen Booms. I'm Connor.
I am Robert, his dad.
Yes, and today we are back with X, who we have not done in a little while now, honestly.
Well, because we did the first,
His
two albums.
His
the
two only albums that he had.
right before he passed. Yeah, so and I loved them. I mean, especially that first one, as you know.
Very emotional first album. Yeah.
17 and like question mark as well. Really was super impressed, and if you haven't seen them, go check it out.
Check those videos out.
It kind of made me cry.
The first one. Yeah, it's great. He's great at the first one is much more sad, but he kills it. Mm-hmm. So I love that album, and then I also love question mark because it's like he tried so many different genres and was really expanding. Unfortunately, died, but really doing a lot and did pretty good on a lot of those genres. It was like.
Yeah, really interesting stuff. So I really liked it, that he was just a fascinating artist who died too young, from the stuff I heard. And looking forward to hearing any other stuff now.
Yeah. So basically today we're doing 3 songs today, and it's basically we're taking it to the early X. Like this is basically some stuff before what you've heard.
Okay.
This is like his first. We're gonna do "Look at Me," which. Massive right now, 1.7 billion streams. That one's pretty big. It's
wow.
That one was his first. That was like his breakout hit. That was massive.
Okay.
But it's so different. I'm excited for you to hear that one.
Okay.
It's like what the fuck.
Cool.
But there's that one, and then we're gonna do Vice City, which, as far as I know, is like literally his earliest song or earliest released. It's like his first thing, and I think he made it when he was like 16. And you can sort of tell he sounds a little younger. It's not like he made it in his bedroom, but I'm a fan of it. And they released it on Spotify a few years ago, so cool.
Oh, cool.
So that one, and then the third song, I forgot which one it was. Let me check real quick. So the third one, I don't want to do this anymore. Another one that I think was similar to Vice City, where it was on SoundCloud and people knew of it. It was like an unreleased song, but they recently put it on Spotify.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah, we're doing basically his early stuff.
Cool. So like this would have been like mixtape stuff that he put out just while he was trying to get a record deal or something.
SoundCloud, maybe have you heard of like the
SoundCloud?
SoundCloud era?
Yeah. Right.
Like people call it the SoundCloud era because there's so many. That's why like Juice, we were just seeing. It was like today or yesterday. It was like somebody was telling us like he has 2,400 unreleased songs.
Yeah. So like 2452 unreleased.
And he's from the
tracks.
same SoundCloud era. So it's
crazy. So
so we'll get into it here. We're gonna start with "Look at Me."
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. I like bitch who is your mess, hey. Can't keep my dick in my pants, hey. My bitch don't love me no more, hey. She kick me out on life, bro, hey. That bitch don't wanna be friends, hey. I give her this, she I man, hey. Just got a pound of the booth, hey. Bought that shit straight to the booth, hey. Tell me my health is a fool, hey. She said one fuck, bitch, I do, hey. You put a gun on my mans, hey. I put a hole in your parents, hey. I just got lean on my zoomies, hey. I got a Uzi, no Uzi. Fuck on me, look at me, hey. Fuck on me, yeah. Look at me, look at me, yeah. Fuck on me, look at me. Fuck on me, yeah. Look at me, fuck on me, yeah. Hey. Hey, shouts out Benz now. Hey. That little bitch got a throat, fuck. I like the rock, but I'm misfit. My emo bitch like a wrist slit. Skid on your man, bitch, it's for head. Don't want your pussy, just want head. Look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, yeah, hey. Look at me, fuck on me. Look at me, yeah.
Signature X fashion is pretty short.
That's true. He does have a lot of short songs. It was pretty straightforward, I would say. It wasn't like the stuff off 17 where it's all like, depressed and obsessed.
No, it wasn't.
Obsessed in one sense, but
super interesting. It's
not the depression, version, but it's just, man, that is just straightforward.
This is from the era of I told you before. I was like he had a very troubled past.
Mm-hmm.
He was working towards bettering himself and all that. This is from that troubled past. This is cover here.
Yeah.
This is his mugshot. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And he looks mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he does.
So yeah.
So I mean, straightforward as a look at me, fuck on me, and
yeah, it is straight energy. This song,
just very sexual, very much, but just not romantic sexual in the slightest.
Not
just
at all.
It's he just he wants head, he wants that, he doesn't care about any of that other stuff. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's got an interesting vibe to it, though. It's just kind of, like it's an aggressive.
It's very aggressive. It's like, I remember when it came out, and of course, even with the stuff that he was into, like he would get in fights. Like there was one, it might have been an alternate cover of this song, but there was one song where the cover for it was like this guy in a headlock, and X is the one holding him in a headlock. And the story for that was like, I think the guy had a problem with X, and X was like, you pull it to the next show, I'll beat your ass. And then he did, and he beat his ass.
Oh, really?
Like that's the entire, so it's literally just like a guy he beat up on the cover.
Okay.
So it's like, you can tell like he's about that. He's definitely about that.
I mean, it does look like that, but there's still some interesting, kind of fun lines. I didn't get all the references, but I mean, there's some are more straightforward though. I mean, just that bitch don't want to excuse me, that bitch don't want to be friends. I gave her dick. She amen.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, very.
It's not the way he sings it, but I mean, it's just like it's kind of a funny line if you just take it the way it's written.
It's an interesting song because it's like it almost has no business being so popular. Like there's nothing necessarily like that incredible about it. It's just that the raw energy at the time especially was so popular. It was just like maybe eventually we'll see some footage of like him performing it and stuff, and it's like there's just so much energy, and it's such just basically just teen angst that it just took off. Like it was massive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I could see it. Yeah. I mean, it's very aggressive, but it's I guess especially when you're young and it's just
anger, man.
Some of it's anger, but also like you just want to fuck. You just want to it's just
get it all out.
It's just So there's just that aggressive thing of just let's do it.
Yeah. It's I will say it got a lot of flack. Most people that were closer to like your age that had heard it were like, this is horrible. Like this is horrible for the youth and stuff. They got a lot of
it's very aggressive, and I'm gonna put holes in your parents and all that kind of stuff.
I remember watching reactions when I was younger. Like people would show their parents or something, and then they'd be like, what the hell is going on?
I might have been the same way had I not seen heard 17 first and all
valid.
that, where it's like,
valid.
oh wow, like okay, this guy there's a lot of depth. If just you heard that and nothing else, you're not going to get like this guy is actually a brilliant artist, and there's a lot of depth to him, and there's this, and he's very emotional, and he puts his emotions out there, and it's very vulnerable in a lot of ways. If you just heard that song, you're not getting any of that.
Yeah, not really. Which even then, I think he probably made it at like 17 too, so it's still like impressive, like.
Yeah.
Making such a high energy song, but
okay.
So we'll move it along. So we'll get to the second one. We'll get to Vice City, which was again I think his first recorded song.
Okay.
Or released.
Hey there, you looking for a brighter season? Need to lay your burden down. Hey,
I love the energy on this one too.
dirty. Young blood sucker. Buried under deeper ground. Yo. I seem depressed, always being bothered, nevertheless. Keeping me out of prison and putting me to the test. They ask me what is happiness, you write it on the check. Or you feel it on the sweat when your dick is in the breast,
The beat's interesting, it's like a backwards.
Okay. If death is what it seems, why is it so vividly portrayed within my dreams? Fear of understanding the devil's running its course. Minds full of greed, disposing of benefactors backwards, pace backwards, effort is superficial. Only breaching the surface upon the earth, and flames engulf the earth. And prized possessions they incinerate. This is far beyond any director tried to demonstrate. Only receive slumber when at heaven gates. And this is fairly simple for your grab. Try and contemplate your conversates. Hesitate and navigate your inner trace. Back to a time where minds would just matter. If you stated opinions, your bones would begin to shatter. Chevy and black. Accurate fact for the black. In fact, if you thought that you were free, you should disregard that. All fact. Young Exter, call me a young Dexter. I'd rather die than be alive in this life. Honestly, full of strife and strife. Yeah.
You tryna stand up on your own 2 feet and stumbling you tryna stand up on your own 2 feet and stumbling through the sky, through the sky.
Well, I mean, a lot more depth on that one, and I don't know who I guess that was a sample.
Like the sample he used?
Yeah, I don't know the sample.
Yeah, that's a really cool
I
sample.
don't recognize it, but yeah, it's kind of cool. It was really interesting, very, pretty, which
It's a really cool.
Contrast well with his, being more, not aggressive here, but, more upset, and, because exactly, that almost sounds upbeat, even though it's talking about, I mean, the sample that is, about like, you gotta stand on your own 2 feet, but, you're stumbling, and so
Yeah.
it definitely fits what he's saying, but, there's some of that depression stuff that comes about in the 17 album is certainly already
For sure.
clear here. I mean, he literally says he doesn't want to live in this life anymore.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool lines, and it's very. I've always loved this song just because, like, I think especially because he's passed. It's like he sounds so young and so like passionate, like so like. There's something about it where like it just makes me smile listening to it. Like it's cool hearing it.
But I mean, his rhymes are good, his flow is good, and it's interesting because he's talking about. There's a part he even talks about going backwards, and so it kind of fits in with hearing the sample being played backwards. I think you go up a little bit and just.
Let me see.
It said something about that, right?
Right here.
Oh yeah, because he says backwards, pace backwards. Everyone is superficial. Because it seemed like at some part he's moving forward, but there are some parts where he was kind of maybe going backwards in the lyrically, so to speak. And so I thought maybe that's why he had the sample, doing that, kind of playing backwards
Maybe, yeah.
at times, doing like the opposite, which is
Which is cool too.
stand on your own 2 feet, when you're stumbling, but the opposite of stumbling, if you're going backwards, it's like you're getting back up on your feet.
Yeah. So I definitely could have been.
It could have been, but I mean, at the same time, there's a depression and, talking about, not wanting to live anymore. So hard to say, but I think it kind of goes both ways, or just, that, that it kind of, there's the depression part, but then there's also a part where he's very much like self-aware and knows what he's doing and what he's aiming for.
Yeah. He almost sounds hopeful.
Yeah,
Like
in a weird
at least
way.
like he's having fun, basically, is what it sounds like.
Yeah. So hard to say, but it was a cool song though, and lyrically very, very cool, and some great rhymes and great flow on that thing. That like at a young age, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think he made it when he was 16. Which even just doing the beat, like cutting up a beat, doing it backwards, and like just finding a good sample, like that's already quite impressive.
Yeah,
at
like where'd you even
16.
find that sample? Like I never heard that before.
Yeah,
like,
it
that's an
sounds so
interesting
great.
one.
Yeah, I love his energy just from the start. Like, yeah, and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
He sounds 16. Like he sounds.
He does,
like
because I thought it was
fun.
kind of cool, because the sample's playing, where she's saying like, need to lay your burden down. And he's just laughing at it, like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, it's
That's
just,
a young blood. Yeah.
yeah,
It's just great. Like it totally feels like he's having fun making music in his room, which he was.
Yeah. I really like that part. Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah. So now we'll move on to the last one. I don't want to do this anymore. Which again, I don't know if he made which one first. I presume he made Vice City first. That's what I've always heard. But this one was an early one that wasn't really on like streaming services for a while. So
Okay.
Here we go.
I should've let you know that you're my only one. I know you're feeling numb. I fuck you till you come. You want me in your bed, 'cause I've been in your head.
You've been up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me. No, you don't wanna. I've been up a very long time, wonder why they hate on me. I don't wanna love myself, I'm praying that y'all love me. 'Cause you don't wanna.
I should've let you know that you're my only one. I know you're feeling numb. I fuck you till you come. Said I don't understand how you don't know. No.
Well, that was short.
There it is. Yeah, that's it. I know, super short.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It was a weird little change up. Like, it starts and then it almost
like
like
30 seconds.
there's a weird like change up to almost seem like a different song.
He has like because again, you could tell it's like he's younger because the production is. I wouldn't necessarily say sloppy, but it's like it's not refined. Like he puts like almost like an explosive like.
Like I don't know if he
changes.
meant to, or wanted to be that jarring, because it was not a smooth segue from one part to the next.
It was just sort of interesting.
But some artists mean it to be a jarring thing, so it's hard to really say. Some lyrics are kind of cool, and then some were just like so like 16, 17-year-old obvious, like I know you're
because all you know how to.
Oh, fuck you till you come. Like that is just so blatant,
almost weird,
straightforward.
Like the last.
Because I should let you know you're the only one, and I know you're feeling numb, and then it just a wild, like this blatant sexual thing. I want fuck you till you come.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a strange thing, and that it doesn't totally fit with the other stuff.
Not directly.
Because the other is somewhat more romantic or whatever. I mean, or not necessarily romantic, but just leading to a relationship. You want me in your bed because I'm already in your head. More or less.
It's this one is also like reminiscent. Like you could sort of see the 17 parts. Because the beat is a very sad sounding beat, and a lot of the lyrics are pretty sad. You don't wanna basically like. You don't want to, what was it? It was like, you don't want to love me, almost. It was like the way he's singing the chorus, and then why they hate on me, don't want to love myself, praying they all love me, because you don't want to.
I really like that line particularly, because that's, I think, not an uncommon thing, especially for some people, especially at a certain age, right? But especially for putting out music, it's going to go, I don't want to love myself, I'm praying that they all love me.
Yeah. That's like your last hope.
Yeah.
That the people will love you so that you can feel happy.
Yeah, then you can feel the love, but you still want to love yourself. So that was a great line.
Yeah, like you could tell there's tidbits in here because he's young, but you could tell like, okay, I could see the 17.
That's what I mean. Like there's lines like that are very deep, and emotionally raw and honest. And then you got the other lines where it's just like, I'm gonna fuck you till you come. So it's like it's a weird like dichotomy kind of going on. That, but he's young and he's just singing what he feels and what is real to him at that time, and so in that sense it totally makes sense.
Yeah, that, and I also almost took, I don't know if it's on purpose, but I also take it like, I feel like I've heard that with different artists when they're young, is like that's all they know how to do, and he doesn't specifically say that, but sometimes it'll be like, that's all I know how to do, so they almost feel like, I wish I could do more for you, but that's all I'm good for.
Oh yeah, right.
And that's why maybe part of why is like, you don't love me and I can't do anything. Like, I can't give what you need.
True. Yeah. No, that's a good point. You know. Yeah. Like.
Because saying like I know you're feeling numb, and I feel like it's a comment. And just reading it is just like what? Like how does that make sense? But when it's like you're feeling numb, and it's if you change the lyric, like all I can do is have sex.
Yeah. Like
I can't make you feel better.
I know from experience, and I'm good at that. I can
Yeah.
make you feel good for a
Yeah.
little bit. We'll both feel good. Whatever. Yeah. When you think it that way, that's a very good point. I think that makes a lot more sense.
I think that's the only way. Because when he says like I know you're feeling numb, and then following up with that is like, I think he knows it too. Where it's like because that's super common in being an adult too, but even especially in teens, where like if you're sad, just have sex. It'll make you happy for 30 minutes, whatever, and then you're back to feeling completely like shit.
Yeah.
So
even adults.
yeah, exactly.
So, right. So yeah, no, that's a very good point. I think that makes a lot of sense, and especially for his age and all that. So yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Because there's parts where it is deep and thoughtful and introspective, and,
especially with the beat.
And then it's just like so blatantly just like I'm just like what?
It's sort of jarring, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a very good point how you put it though. Like if that's what he's feeling, like this is I can give you this. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's what I sort of interpret it as.
Yeah,
and with the title, I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like that sort of goes into it.
Yeah, I guess so. I just whatever it is, just
it's like you're stuck.
Right. You just need some sort of release. To move on, do something different. So yeah, no, very cool.
It's a pretty cool track. Yeah,
they're very cool track.
So there's a few of his early ones, and we'll do some more because he has other stuff. Still has more stuff, of course, to check out. But that's 3 of his earliest.
Well, that's cool. I know some of the people have asked us to do more X when we did the first 2 albums, and so that's cool to just do a little bit more, and still like to hear more stuff and get into it. And then I know there was some stuff done after he passed, some posthumous album or whatever.
Might do that one. Skins was the one like right after he passed, which has some interesting songs for sure.
Oops, crap! Jesus, so
knocked the hell out of that one.
I really did.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, he's still just a really interesting artist. That from a very young age, you could see the raw talent there. Mm-hmm. So
he's very raw. Yeah.
No, yeah, very raw.
Super raw
in so many ways. But there was such a beauty about his work, especially in 17. I thought that was so clever in some of the stuff that he said and that he did, and then was so pure and honest and raw, emotionally raw.
Just see this teenager just working through it and figuring out life, basically.
And it was so sad at the same time, but it just like, man, I remember that one just like, it just hit me.
Yeah, I mean, that one, he's basically deeply suicidal in that entire track.
Yeah. And, it's a very sad album, but there was something about it, though, that's the simplicity of some of the songs, too. It was like, it didn't need anything more than that. It was just it simple music, whatever, but it so perfectly fit what he was saying and singing about. And I really thought he was just such a great artist. Anyway, so very cool.
Yeah, so we'll definitely get some more of his stuff for sure. But, thank you guys for watching for now.
Yeah, thank you so much. We always appreciate it. So please go ahead and check out the other couple albums, the reviews, the reactions we did.
And if you like a lot of people, then a lot of people find it similar. We did Juice WRLD recently, if you haven't seen that, so check that out. We did his first album. He dropped a song with Marshmello, crazy enough, right when we did his first album, so we did a reaction to that song as well. So you can check those out if you're interested in those. And that's about it. So just leave a like or a comment and let us know what you think, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.